Good afternoon, students. As we have discussed in the last lecture about the sewage wastewater treatment plant, which is basically divided into three categories: primary treatment, secondary treatment, and tertiary treatment. Let's discuss about the primary treatment in brief today. Primary treatment. Let's draw the flow chart first. We have raw sludge, which is collected from the cities and urban areas through the pump, and first it is passed on the stream, which are placed in an inclined angle. Then we use communicators and marinators, which the main purpose of these is to basically grind the large particles into the lighter ones. Then these all suspended particles are passed onto our next unit, which is grid chamber, which basically removes the suspended solids, inorganic solids. Grid chamber. Then our next unit is our primary sedimentation tank, PST. Now, the main purpose, I should write down, of the primary treatment is to carry out the removal of suspended solids. SS is for suspended solids from the wastewater. Heavy suspended solids are removed in grid chamber and in PST, primary sedimentation tank. This grid chamber basically removes inorganic suspended solids, and PST removes organic suspended solids. So, grid chamber, it removes inorganic suspended solids, which is received basically from the street washing, inorganic suspended solids, and PST removes organic suspended solids. So this whole process about the primary treatment, it satisfies 30% of the BOD and 60 to 70% of the suspended solids. So this is our primary treatment. Next we come to our secondary treatment. Secondary treatment. Let's draw its flow chart first. Effluent from the primary treatment goes into the secondary treatment. So, effluent from primary treatment goes to first aerator. Basically, we supply the oxygen by mechanical means in the aerator unit. Then it goes to the secondary sedimentation tank. And these hash lines shows the collected sludge. And this effluent, either we choose to further the tertiary treatment, or we can directly dispose to the streams or rivers. So effluent to further treatment as in suspended solids and BOD are satisfied up to a large extent. One more thing, in this unit we also recycled some activated sludge as to maintain the desired concentration of biomass. So this is the recyclable sludge, 2 pounds. And this is recyclable sludge to maintain desired concentration of biomass. Okay, we send the recycled sludge again to maintain a desired concentration of the biomass. And some of the waste is sent to the sludge treatment. Basically, we use the sludge digesters and sludge thickeners. Sludge treatment. We will discuss later about these treatments. Okay. Now, the main objective is for the whole secondary treatment is to remove decomposition of organic matter. Decomposition of organic matter, OM is for organic matter present in the wastewater by the action of microorganisms. Action of microbes which is already present in our wastewater. Also we supply oxygen here. Okay. In order to carry out biological decomposition, contact between microorganisms and organic matter is being established by any of the following mechanisms. Like number 1 is attached growth system and another is suspended growth system. So we will discuss later, but first we will discuss here the various units in attached and suspended growth system. Number 1, by attaching the biomass over the medium. And passing this wastewater through layer of biomass and passing the wastewater through layer of biomass. This is attached growth system. Attached growth system. For example, trickling filter. Trickling filter. Number 2 is a suspended growth system. By suspending the biomass over the medium. By suspending the biomass it is suspended growth system. For example, it's a very famous process, activated sludge process. Activated, we will discuss later about this activated sludge process. Now we'll discuss more about these systems, and we'll categorize in aerobic and anaerobic and attached and suspended. Let's draw a table. Process, contact mechanism, mode of decomposition. Number 1 is our trickling filter. It is a attached flow system and is a aerobic. It involves aerobic process. Second is a rotatory. It's a famous process, rotatory biological contractor, also known as RBC, biological contractor. RBC. It is attached flow system and is aerobic process. Number 3, it's activated sludge process. Activated sludge process. ASP. It is suspended flow system. Suspended flow system and is aerobic. Strictly aerobic. 4, oxidation form. Suspended flow system and is aerobic. Fifth, septic tank, which is commonly used in urban areas. Septic tank, it's a suspended flow system and is anaerobic. These tanks are constructed underground, hence they are anaerobic. IMOF tank. IMOF tank. Suspended flow system. And is anaerobic. And last one is upflow. Anaerobic sludge blanket reactor. Sludge blanket reactor, also called UASBR. It is a suspended flow system, suspended and is anaerobic. So this is our biological treatment on the basis of contact mechanism. Next we come to our tertiary treatment. It's the last treatment and it is mostly optional, but primary, secondary are compulsory and the major treatment. So this involves chemicals. So basically effluent from secondary treatment, effluent from secondary treatment pass on to one unit where the nitrification occurs. Then another unit for denitrification. Next unit for phosphate removal. Next unit for carbon adsorption or ion exchange method. Carbon adsorption. Basically, it's an ion exchange process. Next, last we add chlorination. So, unit called chlorination. Then we add chlorine. In raw water, also chlorination is the major step. And this recyclable effluent we get. Which can be further used for gardening and flushing purpose. Used for gardening or flushing.